What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kegs and Eggs. Sorry for the little delay there. Man, this summer just got real busy. Vacations, work, it's been crazy, man. But we're back, and we got a brand new podcast here. This one was a really fun one, guys. This is, I did this one with David Morrell and Sherwin Commock. You've heard them on a previous episode, and this is not the last you'll hear of them for sure. They're definitely regulars. But we also did this with the MacIsaac brothers, Brennan and Nick. These guys are wild cards. I had to do a little bit of editing. You never know what's going to happen. This was a really fun one, guys. I hope you enjoy it. One thing real quick, though. I wanted to direct your attention to the Laughable podcast app. They're not available on Android, as far as I know yet. I don't think. But that is coming. And so right now for you iPhone listeners, the Laughable app, it's my favorite podcast app, really. They have a kind of an innovative way to find new and exciting podcasts to listen to. So especially if you are into comedy podcasts, you like stand-up comedy, you like comedians, this is going to be great for you. But they also feature other people, non-comedy side as well. But the trick to this app is really you can subscribe to individual comedians or personalities. And instead of just listening to just the podcast that they have, anytime they're on somebody else's podcast, it's going to pop up. You're going to see it right away. So it's an easy way to find new podcasts featuring people you know and love already. So check them out. They're not a sponsor of the podcast, but they're a small company starting out, just like our podcast is small, just starting out. So I'm trying to give them a little shout, and if you guys could give them some support, that'd be awesome. Let them know somehow. I'm not sure how, but let them know Kegs and Eggs sent you. Let them know how much you love the app, and help us out too. So, as always, you can find us on Instagram at Kegs Podcast, and also Twitter at Kegs Podcast. Share us with your friends, people you know who might enjoy the podcast. They enjoy comedy podcasts, food or drink enthusiasts. Just share us around, help us out. We're trying to build a following, really build something here. So if you can help us, that'd be so awesome. We'd really appreciate it, guys. And who knows? We've got some new stickers. Maybe we'll throw some stickers your way. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know. You never know what could happen. All right, guys. And without further ado, one more thing. Just bear with us on this episode. It's a really fun one, but we had a lot of people on it. 5 people, I think. 5 to 6 people, depending. And sharing 4 mics. So it's a little bit, we're passing the mics around, but it's a fun listen. Definitely a fun listen. It was super fun to do. It's one of my favorite episodes I've done so far. So, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Give us a rating, subscribe on your favorite podcast app, and without further ado, Episode 7, Kegs and Eggs. Enjoy. Now it's on. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. This is quite the ensemble we have here today. Yeah, it's gotten it's grown out of hand a little bit here. Just a touch.
I think this will be your most listened to podcast, Vinny.
It's gonna be the best one, I think. This is gonna be a pretty good one here.
You want to see who's at the table right
No,
now?
I just want to let it come in organically.
Let's present ourselves.
I'm kidding.
So
Go
I'm
ahead.
guest number 1.
Guest number 1.
I'm guest number 1. Brennan.
And his brother
That's,
Nick.
Yeah, no.
I'm not. He's my
Just
brother.
Brennan.
I'm the Brennan.
I'm not his brother. He's my brother. That's how it goes. That's the order.
Actually, since we got the two of you on, I wanted to start with this.
Oh no! Here we go.
Which one of you was your parents' favorite?
Wow.
Teresa's
Let
pointing
the
at-
record
I
state
think-
that
I think- I
Teresa
think
pointed
they,
to me.
No, they hated us equally. So there is no favorite.
Both gave
know.
equally enough nervous
don't have
breakdowns.
parents.
I've had dinner with you guys.
But I
and
think
your
I'm in
parents.
Yeah,
now.
it's true.
I've had dinner with you guys, and I've seen the fireworks. I've seen what happens, and I think I know who the favorite
Call
is.
in, try. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Care to vote, ladies
I'm
and
definitely-
gentlemen?
now I am. I won them over.
I was a little shit. I was the little shit, but he's the high maintenance one.
Why though? What did you?
What? Mic drop.
I mean, oh, you have to elaborate now.
No, it's okay. I'll spare
Yeah,
you. the
elaborate,
feelings.
Nick.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Is there no charge list?
Charge. So we have to start a podcast on chargers now.
Yeah, the
Explain.
podcast rave we call.
No, it was called the plug. Oh no, it was Plugless Plug Eyes.
Plugless MacIsaac. Yeah. So. Teresa, so far so good.
And if we could,
is Teresa Buffalo?
No.
No, I was Buffalo.
and if we could, we can move around the table and continue here. We have
Yeah.
special guest Sherwin.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
back
yeah.
for another round.
Sherwinita.
Thanks, man. Happy to be back.
And Sherwin's wife Teresa's here too, sitting in.
I
We
feel
call-
everyone needs to
here at
know
Kegs and Eggs, we
there's,
call that
there's
the
a bunch of
peanut
kids in the
gallery.
background
Peanut
while we're
gallery.
recording this. I think people deserve to know this.
His name's Nicholas MacIsaac.
Shut up, high
He's
maintenance.
multiple children. Oh.
And guys, this is the reason why we have them on the podcast.
Yep.
Definitely the reason why we have them here.
Frickin' frack.
Gonna be some good banter right here.
And David left us again.
We'll definitely have to do some booze runs though, because I think we're like running dry already.
Yeah, I think so. We just started and we're running dry.
Guys, I'm telling you, right here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Wanna tell us a
I
little
want to
some-
bring
all
something
about that?
special.
We should do one round of shots.
Oh, of
just,
course. No, you have to do one.
We're definitely gonna.
The way
No?
to describe this stuff,
You can
it's
serve
like
on the
think
court.
of the worst tequila shot
Well,
you
it's
ever had that
moonshine,
like
that's what it is.
like put you over the edge.
Yeah.
While at the same time getting punched in the face by like the Rock Johnson or something like that. That's the only way of describing.
Does
tasting
everyone
this
know?
stuff.
None of you guys have had grappa.
Why is it in a makeshift plastic bottle?
Because
like,
Italians are ghetto. We ghetto. He's just like, come with me. And I come into his cellar, and he's all these lined up balls. He has like a hand in a jar, and there's like all this pickled crap, and then you just have all these, like a whole wall of this like liquid. And he like, there's one little light in the room, he just comes and like pours out of a faucet, he takes all these empty bottles. You fill it up, and
so what's grappa made from?
you know what? I don't even know.
Well, it's a byproduct of the winemaking process. So
Right.
it's when you distill it out. I don't know
Education.
because it's really strong, and you taste a bit of wine grapiness
Seems like
in it.
real hood stuff.
It is.
It's moonshine.
This is real.
Basically,
Yeah. Oh, it's straight up moonshine.
It's
This stuff.
moonshine.
This is Italian moonshine.
Italian moonshine.
Can you put this in your carry-on?
Huh?
Was this in your carry-on?
One by accident. I realized like halfway through, I'm like, wait, I wasn't supposed to put that. And that was but whatever. I guess Shout out to Air Canada.
And he's
You
bomb.
guys suck.
I think they distill. They
You're
distill
terrorists.
The,
You know what airlines go
Air
with.
Canada, his name
Shut up,
is
Nick, shut up.
MacIsaac. Address.
You went to Alberta, which is my hood.
Uh-huh.
How was it?
It was dope.
It was. Where'd you
People
go?
are so friendly out there.
They are.
Like okay, we're driving just to like compare it to Montreal. So
the
there was this
driving,
big
definitely.
shut up.
Are you calling
Shut
me-
up.
are you
There's
calling
we're
me
we're driving in traffic, okay? Like Montreal, when there's traffic, you have that like old crusty Quebecer with like a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and he's like holding a stop sign. And what is he called? Yes, and he's like super pissed off. There, they have a 22-year-old, and she's like all smiley, like directing traffic. She's like, yes, come. We come back. We're driving back 8 hours later. She's still there with this big smile on her face, and she's like, yes, come along. Only place you'll see a traffic director with
welcome
this, like
to
this
Calgary.
beautiful smile. She's like,
Welcome to Calgary. I'm telling you.
friendliest place ever. I love
Super
it.
friendly,
I love it.
And no one there smokes.
Where everybody knows your name.
It's true. The only people were
No
like
one smokes
Asian
there.
or like
No
the
one.
Chinese tourists.
Dude, you come to Montreal and everyone smokes.
It's easy.
Everyone.
smoke
Every
out
single person in this city smokes. Every single
there.
one.
Cigarettes are expensive.
They all smoke. Everyone.
Knox, do you smoke? Knox, weigh in on this. So Knox is Sherwin's son, and he's in the background right now
So,
listening to
Nick,
all this.
where
He's
did
gonna learn some things, a thing or two tonight.
He's gonna learn
today.
some things.
Oh yeah.
Where did you go?
You want to teach
Where did you
these
go?
things,
I wanna-
obviously, with his parents.
Yes, very
Nick, where did you go?
Where
Why
did I
don't you
go?
take
I
over?
went to. So I flew into Calgary. We
Yep.
did Banff National Park. We did Jasper.
Mhm.
Stayed in Valemount.
Never heard of it.
So yeah, this
Made
like
up
little
name?
crackhead town. Every girl there was like 14 and had a child. It was very enlightening. It was
That's why you're
great.
so friendly.
Did you?
So we were there. We were in where else?
Right at home.
Went to what's it called? Something Springs, Radium Springs. There we go.
Radium Hot Springs.
There we go.
Radium's
There we
nice.
go. That was a
Plutonium
dope
hot
spot.
springs,
Yeah,
you know,
Radium's
it
dope.
sounds,
Really nice.
healthy.
Did you do the Lake Agnes hike?
Yeah, we did. So whatever
Pretty
it's called,
cool, right?
the Beehive Trail. That was really sick.
Yeah,
we did that.
The views are insane.
We did that hike. Then we did Sentinel Pass. That was another one that was really sick. Sentinel Pass. It's still in Banff. It's like you're
Kananaskis.
basically walking through, like you're hiking up this big chasm and you actually go through the glacier.
Chasm.
They have popcorn. I'm gonna go have some popcorn over
Is that a new word? Is that number 4 on our list? Okay, so let's
Chasm.
this is what we're gonna have to do for the whole podcast. We have to name all the worst words, vile words in the English
No,
dictionary.
we don't have to do
I
that.
think
Yes,
Chasm just
why
made
not?
the cut.
All the vile words?
Yeah. So okay, number 1, we
I
have
just
to
thought of
decide
another
now.
word though, because we were talking about a few words before, but I just thought of another one. Bile.
But oh my god, I was gonna say bush.
That's
Bush.
also
I find bush is just such an offensive word. Like even if you're you just replace it with shrub. If you're talking about like actual plants, just say shrub because bush. We're gonna, you know what comes to mind. You know right away what's coming to mind. There we go. Exactly. Bada bush. Yes. Very nice. Yeah.
bile.
Bile.
Yeah, that's particularly nasty. Bile is a bad one. What was the other one we said? There was another one.
Discharge.
Yeah, discharge is the grossest word. For
Obviously, and I think everyone can agree on moist.
Pus is a bad one too.
Pus.
As I spit all over the place. Oh, you know what? I'm looking up top ones, and moist it came up first. Apparently, blog is number 2.
That's very telling.
Cakes and eggs right after that. Lugubrious.
Is that even a word?
We're talking about words we use every day, man.
What else do we have?
Leave out the weird ones that are made up.
Phlegm?
Phlegm, you
No.
dumbass.
Smegma.
This is why mom and dad love me more.
Smegma.
Phlegm.
We're talking about
No, it's not
Son,
even here,
we're
we didn't
sorry to
do
say, but or ma'am, your son is dyslexic.
Fleg.
The story I want to hear about is when your dad busted you for having a party while they were out of town.
The bottle cap incident.
They were out of town, yeah, and you thought you had cleaned up. You thought you left no trace until your dad found a bottle cap
Dad was
indent
Inspector
on the
Gadget.
table.
Oh
Tell
no,
us
this
about
one's not
this.
even. No, this isn't even worth saying.
Yes, it is. It was amazing. We just,
Okay, so
Reach for your dad to listen to this podcast. Man. Say it.
I'm sending him a link to this for sure.
Guaranteed.
He's gonna be on the next episode, actually.
Oh yeah, Colin. Okay, so I have a story for you. Okay, so only anyone who knows my dad. So okay, only.
Don't give your dad a
So
mic.
Dave knows what I'm talking about. So call the guys. Okay, so it's the first 10 minutes is always okay, so I was making and Brennan. Okay, so okay, this is what happened.
Tangents in his mind until he arrives to where he's gonna start off.
No, that wasn't.
my favorite part of the whole incident was when your dad yelled across the table, "No one trusts you, Nicholas." and he yelled it across the table and said, "No one trusts you, Nicholas." No.
You were an accident, damn it.
Yeah. Okay, but let's getting back on track. Favorite childhood meal?
This is becoming a thing. We do this every episode, pretty much. Oh yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's a meal you
Thinking,
have that's like?
when I was a kid.
Well, there was one forced that was on. You remember that time we were saying
What's
the
wrong with your
prayer?
hair, by the way? You look like a freaking Furby.
I wanna
Look,
look like
it looks like his head's a turd. like you know those the turd emoji. You know the turd emoji? It's like yeah. There we go.
ice cream.
Okay, it's good now. It's
swirly
good
ice
now.
Cream, you know, they get from
I
McDonald's.
can find
Shut up.
I used to get called a dirty Q-tip sometimes.
Why? I don't see it. I don't see the resemblance.
Well, not now. It's growing in on the sides.
Oh, okay.
Teresa,
We want to hear some.
Teresa, tell us the one meal you had as a child that brings back memories, or you think about it, it's nostalgic. It's
Nostalgic.
A smell,
It's
a
so
taste.
funny because the first thing that comes to mind is not good.
Why?
No.
What is it?
Because growing up, I grew up in Jamaica, and my parents my mom, she used to torture us by eating okra. I don't know if anybody knows what that is.
What
We
is it?
call it okra anyway.
What is it
It's
called?
like extremely slimy vegetable. It's so disgusting.
Yeah.
So we're all, my brother, my sister, and I were sitting at this counter. They make a meal of okra for some weird reason. We hate this vegetable.
Mhm.
And we tell my mom, if we eat this, we're going to throw up.
So this is a bad memory. This
It
isn't.
is, but you asked me what I think of. That's the first one that comes to mind.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I didn't think that it would really happen. So my mom's like, no, you have to eat your dinner. So we started to eat this okra. It was so gross, and we all threw up.
You all threw
All
up.
three of us, yeah.
Into your plate of,
Yeah.
and then she's like, finish your meal.
No. No, that was the end.
Oh.
That was the most memorable, yeah.
So
Moist.
yeah. So a good
was
memory now.
moist.
What's schmegma? So now a good memory. We want a memory of a meal that you associate with happy thoughts.
With happy thoughts. I don't know if I can overcome the one I just said.
Right? Like, is there
Happy
something?
thoughts.
Like, did you have
You know
French
what?
toast
it
on?
ended in a happy way. We didn't have to eat the rest of our dinner, so. it was
Okay,
kind
so
of
it's a good and a bad
twofold
thing.
Memory, yeah.
Makes sense. Brennan, what's your go-to childhood meal that you remember? Is
Mine was the one that I delivered upon Nick. We were having soup, and during the prayer, we're all kind of like hunched over, and I look over to Nick, and I just like put his face into his bowl.
No, you didn't.
I swear, I like dipped his face. I dipped his face into the soup, and then and then like pretend like there's nothing. Mom's like looks at me. Hey, what did you? I'm like, what? He's the one that was eating during the prayer.
he just pushed his face into the soup while his head was bowed.
Yeah.
And
His
the
head's
story
bowed,
has
and he
nothing to
pushed
do
his.
with the food itself.
No, but it was my favorite meal because I did. Yeah.
Whenever we'd say a prayer at like before eating, you were retarded. I remember once we were having supper, and like in the middle of the prayer, there was pogos on the table, and you put one in your pants like through your fly, and you stood up.
Yeah.
And
I
Dad
don't
said a
remember that
prayer,
one.
and I'm trying not to laugh. I was with Jordan was over,
Oh.
and you're trying to make him laugh, and you're flinging a pogo through your fly.
He was fun. Jordan was like super fun to. I had so much fun.
Man,
And P.S. I know these guys' mom. Oh man, I feel sad for her. Raising these
I
children.
do too.
I
Can you
know.
imagine the MacIsaac house? Sorry, the McCangus house.
The haggis.
Oh no,
Seriously.
McCangus.
What did you guys used to get called? MacIsaac? Remember?
Mac-
or
what
MacIssac.
was it?
MacIssac is what the French people say.
Yeah.
MacIsaac.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
MacIsaac. I had it. McCangus is actually pretty good.
I wanted to talk about Johnny Manziel,
Oh,
but I don't think we have time.
Ugh,
man.
that was ugly. I was listening to that game. It was like. Yeah,
That's a nightmare right there, man. I don't want to rehash that nightmare.
You watched it, huh?
No, just Johnny Manziel.
It's Manziel, actually. but-
Manziel. Yeah, but what was he doing? What was he doing before football, man? I think you should go back to that. Nothing.
He was clubbing. No, he was clubbing. That was what he was doing.
Yeah, he's a riot for sure. Yeah,
Johnny football? Huh? Johnny football.
Johnny football.
cash money.
So we were talking about Juventus.
Juve.
Chelsea.
Okay. I was just watching the documentary on
Chelsea.
on the flight.
How was it?
Splendid.
The Blues.
I don't think people want to hear about this.
No?
No, there's only like 2 people at this table who know
Yeah.
about it.
That's fine.
Right, so.
Keep it to yourself.
Moving along. Tried any good beers lately, Vinny?
Any new ones? Well, I've been looking for that. Well, you know, the one that you brought over to Sherwin's place.
Bizou?
Avant-garde, right?
Do Bizou?
Avant-garde, yeah. They're sold out everywhere.
They're really hard to find. I've been looking for. They make what looked like a pretty cool IPA with like a picture of hipster on it, and I'm an IPA guy, so I've been looking for that, but it's like I can't find it anywhere. Yeah.
Avant-Garde, that's the name of it? Oh, they're the same Doobie-Zoo.
Yeah. Doobie-Zoo, yeah.
Oh man. I think it's the best summer beer though.
I tried a new one called Heady Topper.
Oh yeah.
Have you tried Heady Topper? Oh yeah. Oh my god, like that.
It's like Vermont.
Yeah, it's from Vermont. So good.
Yeah. So my buddy's from like the greater Boston area, so he's always raving about Heady Topper. Like they'll drive up to Vermont just to grab it. You know.
Just
Like,
the
it's
name there,
so
Eddie
good.
Topper. That's a cool name.
It's so
I
good.
tried just for the name.
Yeah, the can looks so good too.
I've only had it once or twice.
Is it like the bacon flavored beer or no?
No,
Oh.
it's like a hoppy IPA, but it's like it's subtle, but it's not. I can't really explain it. It's like the description of it on the can is exactly what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Like they nailed it.
On the head.
Yeah.
And it's not like because a lot of the IPAs that I would drink would be they'd be really harsh for the average person. They're very like super bitter, but it's an easy drinking IPA.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Easy drinking IPA.
Easy drinking IPA.
Sherwin, it's festival season.
Yeah.
You recently, and I haven't tried this, but you had a jerk chicken grilled cheese sandwich on the menu.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's a hit, man. It's a hit. We do grilled cheese with chicken, with our famous jerk chicken.
You're a jerk chicken.
Thank you. It's good. It's a hit, man. It's a hit. We'll get together and make some grilled cheeses one of these days. Yeah, let's do it.
I saw you post that on your Instagram.
It actually looked good, but then I don't know. These guys just ruined it right now.
No, it's
It
good, man.
looked good, and now I don't want to have it now.
No, you should try it. You should try it.
They destroyed it.
You should try it. But yeah, no, it's something that we had on our cafe menu. We just wanted to bring it back for people. It's an old favorite, man.
Okay.
So I wanted to bring it back for the patrons to try it out.
I saw when you guys posted on your Instagram for Ep.7 Bun Up.
Yeah.
That it looks so good, and we went to the festival later that day, and I forgot to ask for it. Like I just got the jerk, just the regular jerk.
You know, it's a hit, man. It goes quickly, so.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. So you have to have the right bread, the right cheese, the right people making it.
Oh, the right bun.
The right bun.
Oh, the bun. Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah,
little sesame seed buns. Are nice.
Nick's Instagramming us right now.
Yeah.
And the
What
coleslaw. You
up,
still do the same
eggs?
coleslaw.
Yep.
You can say
Yep.
your Instagram name so they can go
Or
find it.
Coconut coleslaw.
Oh, coconut. You didn't have coconut last time.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe there
We
was,
did.
but you had those crazy raisins.
Yeah, good reasons.
They're almost like dates. They're so big. The raisins.
Exactly. They're plump. So yeah, no, festival season. That's a good talking point,
I
man.
have an update on the list.
Smegma right in there.
No. Smegma is actually number
Real
3.
smegma.
Pus is number 2. Moist is 1. Discharge is 4. This is updated.
How is Discharge 4? Discharge is in the top 2.
Ranker.com. According to Ranker.
What did you Google?
Smegma's up there.
What did you Google?
You can't what's the internet? So it's got to be real.
C page is 6. I don't know how C page is up there.
So
Seepage, like
C page
pus seeping out.
has all to do with bodily
Pus
fluid.
seepage.
Everything.
so
it's a
jerk chicken,
Yeah.
grilled cheese jerk chicken.
Yeah.
And then what else was there on the menu that was new this year?
This year we had
Teresa?
we had a fried salmon. We had a fried
Salmon.
shrimp.
You had salmon? Oh, the shrimp. That's right,
yeah,
the shrimp.
we had a shrimp, yeah. So-
Right. See, the grilled cheese,
been some
I've
diversity.
thought about the grilled cheese ever since I saw it.
Yeah.
Because I saw you take it out of the grill, cut it,
Yeah.
and I looked at it.
Yeah, we don't
And I
use
went-
we don't use a panini press or anything. Just right on top of the grill,
Can
man.
you make one right now?
No.
Not with what I have here, no.
No.
No, we'll go to your place. Let's go
We
We
live.
have no jerk and we have no chicken.
Careful.
I want to try this now. I'll be there. Next week you're having an event?
No.
I think we've got plenty of jerks in the room.
Just follow us, man. You
That
know,
area, right?
I think our next event is closer to the end of the month. So,
What's next?
more festivals, man. You said you tried the Putin Fest. How was that?
Underwhelming.
Underwhelming,
There had to be 25, 30 trucks, like I said.
Right.
Maybe 5 people in the whole place.
Mm.
Maybe 5. Maybe 6. It was very underattended.
Yeah.
Town. And it's Poutineville, like it's Poutine Fest, Poutine Appalooza.
When did you go?
Yesterday.
And there was
No one
there?
No one.
What do you think the reason for that was?
Or in Montreal, like you would expect it to be a bigger thing, right?
I don't know. I was gonna ask you guys.
It is usually packed. I think you just struck.
Poutine Fest.
What time did you go? You went like 6:30 in the morning when they're like setting
No,
up?
it was
or-
like noon. It was like lunchtime, like when poutines are typically served.
Well, I mean, the festival in town, Oshiaga might have
Oshiaga.
That's
contributed to that. So,
Could be.
but
I
I think what's happening too, a lot of people are, it's exciting to do fusion, but we have strayed so far from the original, right? People get
you
so
nailed it, and I
yeah.
think people are getting too weird.
Too weird.
The recipes,
and tired.
like kimchi,
cupcakes.
yeah, like, whatever.
Like bacon frost. Actually, no,
Yeah.
bacon frost is pretty dope. Actually, not
Vegan meat, tofu, poutine.
Yeah, I saw someone
Yeah.
vegan fried chicken.
What? How do you do vegan fried
I
chicken?
don't know. I really don't know.
I've had duck, but duck goes well with poutine and skin.
But duck?
Fatty already, you know.
Oh.
Those goes well.
Duck poutine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my go-to is at Bonki's, the Boogaloo,
What's that?
which is it's like a regular poutine, but they put coleslaw on top of it.
Mm.
It's very
Okay.
good.
Fries and
Teresa,
coleslaw. Is that win?
Is it like a?
what's wrong? What's wrong? Hand the mic to Teresa.
I'm disappointed.
Why?
No, that's disgusting.
There's nothing disgusting about a poutine with
No,
coleslaw
but-
on it.
Is it like a creamy coleslaw?
Creamy, yes.
Oh no, that's too much. You see, if it was like a vinegary one, it would cut through the fat.
You have to eat the classic,
It would cut through the fat. And it
like
would help
a
balance it.
like
What's
a
your
La
favorite-
Fleur. You know those sweet fries.
So
Like
what's your favorite poutine?
just said it, La Fleur.
Oh, you
Like,
did. I wasn't
yeah,
listening.
straight up. It's like original, regular
true.
gravy,
You're right.
regular curds.
It's not called La Fleur. It's called a regular poutine.
It's just
It's the
from
fry-
that
it's
from
the
that
fry they
restaurant.
use in that.
Yeah,
It's
that
classic.
no,
Oh,
it's
La Fleur
amazing.
is the
That's
name of
it. So no
fries.
coleslaw, no duck, no kimchi.
Where's La Fleur?
It's a
Sloppy,
like a
that's
Quebec
another one.
Quebec restaurant.
Hold on.
Find the button.
Forget the button.
Sloppy? Sorry. So La Fleur poutine. I don't know where this place is.
It's a chain. There's.
Oh, it's a
You
chain.
gotta Google it. Yeah, yeah.
There's. I don't know if you've heard of this one chain here called La Belle Provence. Have you heard of that place? Have you? You know what? I've seen it. I've never
Who
stopped there.
hasn't heard of this place? If
I
you're in
just found out
Montreal,
about it.
No.
It's steamiest. You go there for a
Greasy
dog.
spoon,
You know,
man.
good dog there.
Say what?
Greasy spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Have you been to the Orange Juleps? Have you been there?
It's the worst.
Why? They have hot dogs.
Gross. No, it's gross.
Really?
Yeah, and for some reason Montrealers like it. I think just because of the orange dome. But nothing to do with the food. Absolutely.
The
nothing
orange
to do with
dome.
the food. Yeah, it's
Have you
terrible.
tried the julep?
Yeah, it's awful.
Sweet,
It's a
but
combination of
not
orange
much
juice
about it.
and milk
All right.
No, it's gross.
and grappa. They put grappa in
Very
it.
sweet.
of which,
Like,
Speaking of which,
It's time for grappa.
it's so,
Yeah,
as
so
Nick
what-
pours the grappa. Okay, go ahead, Sherwin.
So yeah, classics. I guess that's the thing. People are just straying away from the classics, man. And it's good. We like because our taste buds are so developed because of living in a place like Montreal with so many different cultures. But
Right.
at the end of the day, we realize that it comes down to the classics.
Here I'm looking at Nick. I'm like, hey, look, why are you pouring bubbly like Fizzante water? But it's something else.
to have shots of it. Bubbly water.
Yeah.
So what would make a good poutine, man? A real
Well, you have to have the original cheese curds from Quebec. It can't be
squeaky
like
ones.
yeah, the squeaky cheese. You can actually. I didn't know this, but you can actually leave the curds out at room temperature.
Oh yeah, they won't melt.
No, they're better that way.
Did you know that?
Yeah, they're better that way. Yeah, if you put them
I'm
too
from
cold,
here.
They're
In
not
case,
good.
hey guys, I'm from here. So if you want to know anything about Quebec,
Anything about Quebec?
just ask me or about
David.
Montreal.
Is it go chicken? Is it
Fleur.
chicken gravy or beef gravy?
It's beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some they use chicken.
Yeah, some people.
They use a chicken gravy. See, the thing is, I have memories of going with my cousin here to a place on St. Catharines that had classic poutine, and it wasn't a gravy; it was like a sauce.
Where
right?
was that?
It was in Montreal, but
What's the name of the restaurant?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Does not exist anymore.
So Dave, when you think of Quebec, you think of poutine, right? That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is
You
it?
should think of other things like separatism and stuff. That shit comes to mind first.
Or
you know?
smoking.
Like, come on, stop this. Yeah.
Or the ban of smoking.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it because from out west, no one smokes anywhere. If you smoke,
You got a real Gary Vee thing going on now that you're in the podcast. You got like that, like
Yeah.
hand motion. You're like,
I
just do it.
No, he always does that.
yeah,
So you're
But-
noticing it more.
but I
Happiness.
happiness, gratitude, respect. Yeah, so out west, no one smokes. In fact, if you smoke, you're frowned upon. Here, children smoke. Children. You ever seen that video of the Indonesian kid smoking? You seen that? He's from here.
Originally. Hey, talking about old Quebecer traditions. You know that the French used to just pull out all their teeth? Were you aware of that? Who here has ever heard of that? No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Yeah, where if you speak to somebody at this point
only the
who
women did.
who is what, like 60 and above?
Slit your wrist if you had a cold.
No. But I'm being
Bloodletting.
I'm being serious. No, I'm being serious. Instead of going to the dentist, they would just pull all their teeth. I'm dead serious. You need to Google it or ask somebody. And then they would get dentures. They would get fitted with dentures. But get this, they would get their teeth pulled as teenagers, not as older people. So when they would be like, instead of braces, I'm not kidding. If instead of braces, they would pull their teeth. If you really had messed up teeth, save money on dentistry. And then you get a perfect set of dentures. They would get a perfect set of dentures. I am serious. You need to look it
Yeah,
up.
because inevitably your teeth are gonna rot. That's what
Yeah,
happened
and
back
so
then.
you're set for life. Yeah.
Yeah.
George Washington had wooden teeth.
Did he really?
They're made of wool. But you know
Wool? Wood.
what? Here's the thing. I think this is a made-up story. I don't think
No,
this
I'm
is real.
serious. You need to ask around. Talk to some really French people, like full French people. You'll see. I don't want to drop any
They
names.
probably still do
No,
it.
I think they do. In the outskirts, I'm serious. I think they
pull their
do.
teeth.
They would pull all their teeth, not just one or two, all, the whole set.
It's a Quebecer thing.
It's a Quebecer
My
thing.
grandfather did that too.
He's ghetto.
What?
Huh?
Yeah.
But he wasn't like.
What's his
14.
name?
Giuseppe Tappavigna.
That's not true. Talking about it.
Yeah, when he was 40, Mom was telling the story of when he came back and he was like throwing chairs around because he was freaking out how painful it was. They yanked all his teeth so he had dentures, and his like whole face was swollen. And everything. Yeah.
You get a mix of every.
because I'm the favorite.
That thing's true. I think he is.
Because
It's
they
like
told me this- they told me
Brad,
the
you
story a
don't
long
deserve
time
to
ago.
know
Instead,
about your
they didn't have to tell me again. I just don't
Go to
remember.
your room.
Yeah.
So they told me once when
You're
I
like,
was,
it doesn't matter.
when I was 6.
I wonder how many people died of blood loss, man.
That's
from pulling out
this
their
is a
teeth.
terrible story. The discharge and the smegma
And the pus. No smegma.
And the
pus.
pus.
Though.
The
There was
pus
pus.
that
There was
developed.
pus. No smegma.
and the whatever the first.
So moist. Oh.
Dude, can you like? I can't even fathom. Like, this is just awful to hear this. I don't think it's true.
They didn't like knock you out or anything.
No, they didn't.
You're
Yeah, they
In
did.
fact, I know a few people personally that
Well,
this
they don't
happened
knock
to.
you
It's
out
not.
now.
It's not
They-
false.
they-
I'm not going to
Name
name,
them.
drop.
Name them.
No, I'm not going to name drop. No,
Just like,
I plead the fifth.
okay, we're doing it.
Not me.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you have to help. Teresa.
No.
Teresa.
No, not me. I'm good.
Nope.
I'm good.
Teresa.
Everyone, this is distilled smegma. Let's go.
Oh, come on.
It has a nice cheesy undertone.
Salut. How is it?
Oh my god.
Oh, he put anise in it.
You put Addison in the
No,
plastic.
anise. Licorice stuff. Licorice.
Oh.
It tastes good actually. No, because normally you just taste the grape in it. This he added flavor. Unless that's
Oh, I'm gonna have some. I know what.
what the drop should taste like. No, try it. It's like Zambuca there.
Yeah.
Oh, you put anise in it.
I love me some anise.
Nicholas. No one trusts you, Nicholas.
No one trusts me
That
anymore.
must have been a painful experience though, to pull out your teeth.
Oh man.
Oh, that's 60%.
Nick, you left a ring on his table. Look, you damaged his
that's
table.
another one.
You cannot be
It's
trusted.
like a bottle cap.
Dude, no one trusts you, Nicholas. Oh, I'm still recording. What the heck? I recorded 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, you know, I was asking the question is what?
Yeah.
What would be the most painful place to put a tattoo?
Your chest.
No.
The eyeball.
No, it's
Chest.
torso. And it's true though because
close
I've
to
had that.
close to bones.
It's your chest.
Anywhere
told me-
close to bones.
Torso. They told me
I know it's your chest
it's
because
the meatiest part.
When I did this, they said
No one. Puts
you're not
a
doing
tattoo.
that. It's extremely
I'll give you a
painful
gooch
because there's no
tattoo.
fat. It's bone on bone.
No one's
So your
scared
whole
to have a
body is like
tattoo on their
shaking.
gooch.
So check this out. Check this out. I think you'd be the man if you
Yeah?
pull your nail out and tattoo underneath your nail.
Oh, Sherwin. Sherwin. That is.
I've had my opinions on this. No, I don't know, what was he drinking, smoking when he came up with that?
Yeah, dude. I would
No,
agree.
I've got a better
Speaking
one.
of tattoo.
But who would think
It's in
of
the nether
this?
region though.
Who would think of this?
Speaking of tattoos,
Yeah.
Tattoo Boy just died.
Yeah, he's from Montreal.
I want to hear the worst thing.
Zombie.
I had a contract
Zombie.
with him, and he died 2 weeks after.
Can I tell you something about this?
Zombie boy.
I saw him.
You put a contract on Tattoo Boy. Why would
No,
you
I
do
had
that?
you killed that.
You killed Tattoo Boy!
Oh no, I had a contract with him. We were supposed to do a landing page for him because he had like a deal with the cosmetics company that I was going to work with, and I'm like, yes, this is great. Like, there's a huge celebrity I'm going to work with, and then I'm on Instagram and I just look and I'm like, oh shit, he died.
It's awful, hey?
I kind of felt bad, but I was especially really pissed off because I lost the contract.
Dude.
He just kind of felt bad.
No, Nick, come on, man. Come on, man. We feel
Sherwin
bad
and Dave.
because anybody passed
I'll
away.
have a Bailey's too.
I-
Okay, thank you.
Dude,
That's the Sambuca talking.
No, but how did he die though? How did he die?
just a disclaimer. Nick flew the red eye and arrived this morning. He's here this afternoon. He's going on no sleep.
Yeah.
He
Full all-nighter.
okay.
It's the grappa talking.
So, Teresa, what's your favorite meal right now? If I said you can eat anything you want, what's your favorite meal right now?
Right this minute?
Yeah.
Soft shell crab. Hands
Oh,
down.
yes.
Yeah.
Deep fried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have it any other way.
Yeah, I like that. Soft shell crab, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you cut it up and then dip it in the hot sauce.
Yeah.
And you eat it with the fried
Oh,
rice.
Yeah. No, just by itself.
No, with
rice.
the fried rice.
No rice
Yeah.
needed.
No, yes, with the rice.
Except this is my favorite.
Nick, what's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal?
Pizza? Got it. Vinny? What's your favorite meal?
You're gonna have to give me some time. Circle back on that one.
See, this is kegs and eggs.
It's all about.
How do you take your kegs?
How do I take my kegs?
Yeah.
With eggs.
Okay. How do you take your kegs? Yeah. Okay, so how do you take your eggs?
How do I take my eggs?
Yeah. Over easy? What's your favorite meal right now?
I do scrambled.
Scrambled,
Little bit of
okay.
butter,
Creme fraiche?
creme fresh. That's another weird.
Fresh? What's your favorite beer?
Third beer. That's gotta be. I gotta say Beck's. If it's just like.
No, Beck's is
Ordinary.
gross, dude. No. Vinny, we talked about the steak you make the last time, but what's your favorite meal?
So I would do this thing where at the beginning of the week I would kind of meal prep for the week, like taco meat, and then every day I'd pretty much just scramble taco meat with eggs and cheese all together and throw that in like either a wrap or scoop it with chips.
That's called a huevos rancheros.
Is that what that is? There's a name for that? Ranch eggs. Okay, so that's what I would do. Pretty much that was like my go-to pretty much every day.
Egg scrambled into anything is awesome. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Do a nice stir fry. My favorite meal, like all time, or just
Right now.
like,
If you said, "Hey, man,"
that I make myself.
No,
like,
just anything.
I'd have to say any Portuguese chicken.
Right, with the
I just-
peri peri sauce.
I want some proper peri Portuguese
Proper.
chicken. You know,
Proper.
yeah. Right now I switch between jerk chicken or that.
Yep.
You know, depends on my mood.
Good choice.
Yeah, some nice little plantain and stir fry. You know, some nice rice.
Agree.
That's what I like.
I like the soft shell crab. That was out of left field, and I like it.
No rice.
No, with the fried rice. Yes.
No rice. No rice.
Yes.
And so, Sherwin, what's yours?
Oh man. Right now, has to be like rice. Just rice. Just give me some rice.
Just rice.
Yeah. just
Jasmine.
yeah.
Jasmine rice.
Just rice right now with butter or ketchup or. That's a win for me.
We got picture time.
Now that you mentioned rice,
Yeah.
I don't choose that with my
I like those too.
I like I've been pretty into actually Bustan recently.
Bustan.
I
Sounds
love
good.
any sort of like pitas.
Who introduced you to Bustan? You came off the plane. I'm like,
Brennan,
I'm taking you to Bustan. I don't know who you
100%,
are. We're going to Bustan.
I
right now.
100% have to give credit to Brendan on this one. Like fresh off the plane.
Because he's cheap.
No, dude, because it's good. And I think we had 2 creations at 3 a.m. And
There's little omelets. Try the omelets there. They're awesome. Little like patty things that they fry.
but I've noticed that women do not like Bustans.
Correct. I hate it.
Why do women hate
Garlic
Bustans?
sauce.
I like
don't
asked my
know.
wife. I'm like, let's go to Bustans. She's
Yeah,
like,
no.
I hate Bustans.
I don't know.
It's greasy, I think.
It's
But
real greasy.
It's the greasy.
Is it greasy?
No, I don't mind. I don't mind some greasy spots. I don't like that one. I don't know. No appeal.
My wife loves the garlic potatoes. That's like the. I mean,
that's a win.
I mean, it's garlic. Garlic is good on everything. Everything. I get extra garlic sauce on the side, then put that all over the creation too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You've had a creation then.
Oh yeah, that's all. I always get. That's my go-to.
Whoa. What's going on with my rap horn? There we go. Garlic sauce. Garlic sauce.
Speaking of garlic sauce, actually, there used to be this Amir over by Atwater,
Right.
St. Catherine, right?
Right.
Closed now. It sucked. It was.
Isn't it funny that they're not consistent?
What's that?
No, it sucked.
They're not consistent. Amir.
Stay on topic. Garlic sauce.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
yeah.
It was a ghost town. No one ever ate there, right?
Okay.
Except for students.
Question.
Okay.
Teresa,
Yes.
favorite beer?
I don't drink beer. Kombucha. This one's for Shireen.
Brennan, favorite beer?
Death Valley IPA.
Death Valley IPA.
I like it.
Never heard of it.
No.
Is it very
Because it
hoppy?
kills you. It kills
Is it
you. You
very
have it
hoppy?
once and
Does
you're
it taste like pine needles?
dead. It's a double IPA.
Yes, then it tastes exactly like pine needles.
It's a spruce
bearable.
beer.
It's bearable. No,
beer?
no spruce
Sure.
beer.
Have you ever had the spruce beer?
No.
Down in the Point. Down in the Point. Yeah, they actually have spruce beer.
What's your favorite beer?
Right now, Guinness.
That's solid every time. That's actually a little known fact. Not little known. It's good for breakfast too.
Oh yeah,
It's good breakfast beer.
I agree.
Yep.
I think it's
Okay,
an
Nick,
all
trick
around beer.
question. What's mom's favorite beer? You should know this, or you're a bad child. No, there's actually an answer to this question.
Not a trick question.
That's Hogarden. Shit freaks out.
Oh god.
No, Brad, why did you do it? Oh my god.
No,
I'm telling Mom. I'm calling right now.
But no, but it's actually true though. I didn't think of that.
I'm calling
But
right
she
now.
actually loves Hogarden.
I'm
Nick.
calling her right now.
Wow.
Damn it!
Brennan. Right, hold on.
Silence. She actually loves it though.
All hell broke loose just now.
Hogarden.
They derailed the podcast, man.
What is mom's favorite
answer
beer?
it.
He's calling.
Hi, Dad. You're on the Eggs and Cakes podcast. Can you put Mom on the phone? We have a question. Can you put Mom on the phone? Bren's very mean.
Ask that to answer the question.
Is Mom's favorite beer Hogarden? Never mind. Okay, I'll call later.
No, get the answer. Get the answer.
About the options.
Dude, guess the beer is by Colin Kaiser.
So let's just recap what happened. What's your favorite beer? Brennan goes, well, guess what mom's favorite beer is, Nick? And then Nick said, I don't know. Brennan said Hogarden.
It's the orange peel zest that she likes.
Hold
in it.
on.
Yeah, right.
Nick calls his dad and says, what's mom's favorite beer? And he goes, what do you want? And then Nick goes, I'm
You
getting
cannot
off
be
the phone.
trusted.
Just to recap what happened in the last 30 seconds.
Oh, man. Wow. Yeah.
Oh man.
So Colin did make an appearance. You
Wow.
were right. Wow.
Yeah, I told
Sure,
you.
but sure.
Man.
Do I have to put him in the show notes?
This is why no one trusts you, Nicholas.
No one trusts you.
She likes the name, I guess.
No, she just likes the taste. For some reason, she freaks. I brought a case home. I left it there. She
Definitely
finished
makes
it.
sense.
That's
I'd
the
like
biggest
3 or 4,
rise
she, like, drank them all.
Hogarden
They were
has
gone.
ever
I came by another day.
created in a
I'm like,
group
what
of people
happened to my
before,
beer?
ever.
Yeah, I drank them. It's so
And-
good.
Okay, I want you guys to weigh in on this. Actually, sorry. Finish.
No, it's not important. I was just I almost bought a 6-pack on the way here, but I didn't. I got something else.
All 4 of us are talking to the mic at the same time, and that might screw up your thing.
It records it in one channel anyway, so it's gonna sound like a little bit of a mishmash, but I'll try to clean it up.
Yeah. And you'll edit.
Now that we're recovering from the Hogarden
Yeah.
debacle.
Incident.
Yeah, debacle.
So, okay, all seriousness. When I was in Bath, stopped in my room. Okay.
Which one?
I completely forgot the name. Oh, no, sorry, not Bath. Jasper.
Wild Rose. Big Rock.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
Yeah.
it. I don't remember,
Mhm.
but that sounds familiar.
Mhm.
They had, okay, I want your opinions on this.
Mhm.
They had a key lime ale. Key
Sounds-
lime pie ale.
Sounds amazing. I love the idea of that.
We're done here. We're no longer.
No, right.
Have another.
Have you ever had key lime pie?
Yes, it doesn't go with.
Have you ever had beer?
Yes. Both great, separate. No.
Marriage made in heaven.
No. That's like saying. Give me 5 minutes. I need to think of a good analogy.
You can't think of a good analogy.
Cut! Damn it!
Wow, dude. I don't know, man.
That's like-
I think that's a great idea. Key lime beer.
No.
Teresa?
See, that's why I ordered it though, and that's why I'm saying I was so disappointed.
But you tried it,
Yeah.
so you were willing to try it.
I'm open to
They
experiment.
piqued your curiosity, bro.
And what
It worked.
You
That's
didn't
the
like,
point.
They stole my money.
you didn't like
How
it?
much was it? Was it expensive? So you're fine.
There's a
I think
You'll survive this?
there's a brewery in Vancouver called Storm. If you ever go to Vancouver, you got to go to this place called Storm. They like literally brew these micro batches out of a garage. I don't know how they have health clearance whatsoever, but people go there on a Sunday. It's like the hangout, and they come up with these concoctions.
That made the list.
They make these concoctions of beers. You like. I'm serious. Like,
I think Hogarth made the list, bro.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Things you would never think of. You know, and that sounds like you're just going to town on that grappa, aren't you? Like, it's the.
Technically, just like sambuca with like mixed with meth.
You know what? I think I've had
Did you
grappa.
like it, though?
Yeah, I did like it, but
This is sambuca. This is what they would make it from, but
Added
there's no
anise.
simple
You
syrup.
added anise.
Because you'd have this mixed with simple syrup, so that it like doesn't taste like.
and this is an Italian staple, Nick.
yeah, it's Italian.
Ooh, a little harp.
So this is
This is anyone who's Italian or has an Italian family. They know what grappa is.
grappa.
Grappa. This
Grappa.
is grappa, but it's not pure grappa. 'Cause it was,
So can I light this on fire? We light it and put the zambuca. I like it.
this is sambuca.
Can you cook with it? Is there anything you can cook with it or no?
Not with the flavor. You can actually use like straight grappa if you're cooking, like for example.
Desserts. I think you use it in a dessert.
Well, you can flambe it, but you can also do instead of penne
Tir-
vodka.
tir-
That's where it came
tiramisu,
from. They
you
would
know?
put, instead of vodka penne sauce, you can use this.
I like it. I didn't mind it. The first sip was good. I was a little skeptical drinking out of a makeshift plastic
This
bottle,
is
but
what they make cognac from. This is
They make cognac from this?
Yeah, so it's flavored with sambuca, but if you have the straight
Oranges.
grappa, what you do is you put it in casks.
Uh-huh.
And you age it in that. And that's what gives it the tin. That's what gives it that flavor. But this is like the base of it.
salut.
So what was that distillery you mentioned in Vancouver?
Yeah, it's called-
Brent,
Go-
one thing at a time. Damn it!
No, we have to finish.
What? No, grappa first.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at David.
So Storm Brewery,
Okay.
I
Out of
believe
a
it's off
garage.
Commercial.
What was the story behind that?
It's like a garage. It's like a big garage, and they make these micro batches of all these Vancouver, and they make all these crazy like batches of beers of like flavors you'd never think of, like weird ass stuff, like chocolate beer and like
You're
just
familiar with Goose Island, right?
no.
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 It's Vancouver too. You don't know
No.
the story behind that?
No.
You had to fight your way. It's an island
Yeah.
inhabited by like rabid geese, and if you fight
Rabid
your
what?
geese,
Yeah.
it's Goose Island, IPA. To fight your
Geese
way.
will kill you, dude. Don't
No,
laugh.
I know. Seriously, no. You have to fight your way to the main like installation and they'll give you a free pint if you make your way there.
Are you see-
That's where. That's
so
where the
this
name
is a
came
true
from.
story. This is a true story. We know someone who has a relative who was killed by a goose. Really? 100%. Yeah.
It's no. They're. I've seen one in like a forest and it was aggressive and it like tried to. It might
Yeah,
have been a
they can
male.
kill
It was-
you.
They're very territorial and they.
Hmm. They can.
I don't know what killing, but I've. It's
Teresa,
I don't believe it.
it's true.
They were killed in flight. I agree.
No, you know what? You know what they did? Apparently, I think they pecked his eye. They pecked his eye out, and he bled to death.
There are thousand ways to die, man.
All right, okay, enough.
That sounds really made up, though. That sounds really made up. Yeah.
No, it's true.
Absolutely
Yeah?
made up.
Guys,
Oh yeah. Ping pongs? Ping pong balls? Oh no, those are tennis balls, right?
let's come. Down that.
Prost. Oh, there's anise in it. Okay.
It's too bad we can't hear your facial expression.
That was a little rough, dude. That second one, I don't know, like... We call this the law of diminishing return. So the first one was pretty good. Second one, you kind of wanted to chase the high of the first, but not so great. So now we have to have a third to make up for the second.
I like that idea.
And it's the law of diminishing return. Nope.
It's not that bad. It is. I've had worse. No, so basically what you're telling me is that is to cognac what moonshine is to bourbon, essentially. Because because moonshine is like it's unaged corn whiskey.
Moonshine to make bourbon.
Well,
You don't use
Moonshine is unaged corn whiskey, and bourbon is corn whiskey aged over time, and it's dark. And moonshine is clear, so it's basically the same kind of. You start somewhere and you end up somewhere else.
I got a question. Is there one consistent theme that runs through every podcast, or one question that you like to ask through every one, or something that comes up on every one, or you like to come up on every podcast?
Well, yeah. So I think in episode maybe 3, where we talked a lot about Anthony Bourdain, because he just passed away like the day before I think we did it. But we talked a lot about the meaning of food, really, not just the eating of food, like not just the flavors you get, but the meaning behind it and what it means in your life, and just kind of like what food makes us think of. So we went through that whole nostalgic thing of what was a go-to meal when you were a kid, like what was when you think of this one food, it reminds you of some childhood memories. And ever since that episode, we've kind of done that a little bit, I think, in each podcast. That's a pretty good question.
It's because you shut up for about like 30 seconds. So, yeah. Let's keep it that way.
Hey, Sherwin, do you remember my childhood go-tos?
Yeah.
Two.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what they were?
I want to try that, man.
The tuna melt.
Tuna melt. Yeah.
Right?
I'm down
Tuna
for
melt.
that.
And it was cheese fondue. Yeah.
Cheese pommes.
I'm from Switzerland. I mean Montreal. Yeah, but
Weird accents.
Windmills and chocolate.
And mine was I talked about the frozen French toast sticks, right?
Yeah.
That was my thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
frozen French toast. Yeah. Dipped in syrup cups. Yeah, the strips. Yeah, the sticks. Yeah, always reminds me of Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
That's an inside joke only you guys
What's
heard.
the connection?
No, I just used to when I was a kid I would like sneak down to my grandparents' basement and like when I was eating my breakfast and I'd like turn on MTV when I was
Okay.
and I just watched like all the music videos and around that time Alicia Keys was really big with one of the songs there. Some people
Yeah, the originals.
So
yeah,
like I just
yeah.
the braids and the I just I just always remember that video.
Sherwin, what was your
It's
go-to?
funny. So really what
Bread
I mean
and
is
condensed milk.
it's just funny how a certain food can remind you of something you did when you were a kid.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's nostalgia is really
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
your connection with this meal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tape on it.
Very smart.
I gotta do it to this mic now
The
too.
last one, but okay, all right. And Sherwin's was hey, and Sherwin's was you like the rice and beans.
No? Was it?
Toast. Was the bread with milk, sweetened milk?
It was
With the condensed
red
milk?
wine or whatever.
No, bread. Bread with condensed milk.
That's sweet.
Yeah, but we didn't call it condensed milk.
Yes, we did.
No, it's not.
Condensation.
No.
We called it condensed milk. Yes, we did.
No, that's not the real way. Condensed milk.
Huh?
You're saying condensed.
Condensed.
Like you're the queen's
No,
uncle
no.
or something.
Condensed is the
You're
queen's
like,
speech.
Are you one of these people that says schedule?
No, I say schedule.
Or
Schedule.
scenario. Do you say scenario?
No, I say potato.
Frittata?
Pan.
You know what I like to do is talk about my buddies that I do this podcast with when they're not around.
Yeah.
And my
Let's talk about them.
so my I just wanted to say my friend Colt there, the other guy, he Colt the dirtbag. He says scenario. I've heard him say
No,
scenario.
he doesn't.
He does. He
No.
said it on the podcast a few times, and I was like,
That's not a real word.
Schedule.
scenario.
Shul. Does he say shul?
Yeah.
No.
That's privacy.
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 No, that was the one thing I heard him say.
Vitamin.
The British say that though.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Truly.
Colt. I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm making fun of them.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I don't know what that one. Your dad seems like somebody that would say schedule.
Does he?
No. But no,
Let me tell you
he's
something
got
about
he's got
his
the
dad.
Eastern accent. You know, he says like park. He'll say park.
parent.
Let me tell you something about
Car.
Colin MacIsaac.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it's so funny.
Oh,
no,
no.
it's so funny. No. Okay, so we used to always be with the MacIsaac brothers when they were growing up.
You never called us MacIsaac.
Yeah. No,
before.
never.
Why
I'm
would
just
you?
kidding around. Yeah. And his dad, like, there was like nothing.
Let the record state Teresa has wiped my
And
ass.
he's proud of
wiped
this.
her own.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good.
He's
right
proud
now,
of this.
Teresa.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm feeling pretty
Yeah,
good
that's
right
it.
now. Whatever you say.
Let's keep
I'm
the
gonna
ball
be
rolling. You
proud
know,
of
just.
Okay, so after you wipe my ass, what
Yeah,
happened?
yeah.
Did you ever think, well, while you were wiping this little baby, cleaning up this little baby, that you would be one day sitting in on a
Never.
podcast where he's doing shots of whatever is in that
Never
bottle?
with this poison. Yeah, that's it. This is
American dream
the
right here.
Canadian dream
The
right
circle of
here.
life.
That's it. I'm blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Actually, blessed.
I love you.
Oh my
Gary
I
goodness.
made it. Mama, I made it.
So talking about words that are the grossest, what are the hashtags that are the most irritating? I think hashtag blessed for me is that's
yeah.
number one. Absolute hashtag blessed. I can't stand it.
Hashtag bless up.
That's I don't know.
Hashtag another one. Hashtag clock talk.
Forget it. Moving on. So back to Colin.
I hate any hashtag that starts with Insta. Insta friends,
Like
Insta
for
daily,
like.
Insta.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
So I mean, now it's like nothing story. But anyway,
Hashtag
there was
Colin.
nothing. Hashtag Colin's the best. There's nothing that you could say that Colin would not find a song, like a real song,
Dude,
a real song. I
my
mean, like
mom is
seriously.
like
So
that.
we're like walking in the street and we like see a sign. I don't know any. It's almost like any sign of any street, and he would find a song and he would just burst into song. And you're
yeah.
like,
This is not
Colin,
true.
it is hashtag facts. No, I'm telling you.
No.
100%. I was there.
It's actually one of the things that for years, a friend of mine, Brianna, we would do this all the time. Like, because of being around your dad, no matter what we would be doing, something would happen. We'd be like, oh man, the glass fell. And we would just we'd make up a song. Cause we're like, if Colin was here right now, he would know a song about a glass falling.
Listen, I grew up with the man, and I confirm this. This is 100% factual. Imagine growing up in a household like this.
No, I love it. I loved it. That was one of the best things about your dad.
It's tiring.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. But anyways, going back about 20 minutes about the favorite thing. No.
Wiping my...
No, a bit fast forward a bit. Yeah, fast forward 15 years. No, just talking about favorites. I remember being with your mom, and she would complain about the fact that she would have to do everything for you. She wouldn't do it for your brother though, which is why I'm saying you're the favorite. She's like, oh, Nick would ask me where are my favorite shorts, and I'd have to go get up early and do his laundry. And I'm like, Nick's 17. Why are you doing his laundry?
Okay. She's 17. Are you kidding
You were
me?
big. You were old.
No.
I was like, Nick needs to get a job.
Well, that's exactly why I was the favorite, because she's like, we're gonna train Brennan better than Nick.
No.
Nick, there's no hope. We're
There's
just,
no
we're
hope.
gonna cater to
No,
his, his
no,
mental
no.
handicap.
That's it.
It's called leverage. It's called knowing.
This is called leverage.
Yeah, I don't want my parents.
I'm uncomfortable how much like our family's coming into this podcast. It's like so for like a
That's
25%
it, offline-
content
I'll
that
tell
either
you,
includes my
offline
mom or my
convo.
dad. I come for this.
McKangus Family Chronicles are nonstop hilarity. So we're going to continue to talk about
For
this.
my parents' anniversary, actually. Why did you invite him, by the way? Like,
Wait, why didn't he invite me to
It
the
was a
parents?
blast. Don't get me wrong. It was
Hold
a blast,
on.
but it was so random. I'm like, okay, Brad, let's have like dinner. We're going to this expensive restaurant. I'm like, let's try and like minimize the damage at least. And you invite like 1 million people for us to.
A million people is me and
I
Kira.
bought you
Apparently, he eats
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
carpaccio.
Well,
Ungrateful bastard.
no. I don't remember you paying for anything, to be honest.
You paid for it.
No, you did not.
Okay. Oh, here's that. Oh,
We
okay,
paid
I
for
see
the
what you're
appetizer.
doing. No,
But we ate them, so it's like I don't
The
know.
yeah, that was a little random though. I was on your parents' anniversary. I didn't even know it was their anniversary till I got there.
Yeah.
And then-
randomly invited people.
And then I was like, "Happy anniversary!"
You asked me to invite people, Nick. I
never-
invited a bunch, and then they were the ones that showed up.
When you say invite,
You didn't even invite
let
me.
your parents know.
I might have
Yeah,
invited you, and you
exactly.
didn't
I've
come.
known this family. I'm not
You
even
didn't
kidding for
come.
25 years, and I was not invited. But David Morrell,
I
who
did-
doesn't even know these
I did
people,
invite
but
you.
you
Actually,
know
I'm
what,
pretty
though?
you
sure.
invited Sherwin.
Yes, I did.
Hold on.
I'll go
I'm
through
like
our text
family,
message and I
Teresa.
will find
Maybe
you.
I'm
now,
like family.
maybe now, because you
have
hung
to
out with
come.
them for their anniversary.
Yeah, I'm like family.
Now, yeah,
It's okay.
that's fine.
Good time.
Not
And
jealous.
You got to see the true MacIsaacs.
I That was one of my favorite dinners
Guess
of all
what?
time.
Let's put this on the list
Literally.
for the next
Of all
anniversary, man.
Like
Well,
you literally got to know like everything, like all the deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah, but when Colin was like
Right
losing, yeah, when he was getting so like red faced about whatever you did, I lost it. I had to like get up because I was laughing too hard. You know, snot bubble.
You
It was good. I
have a lot of spotlights here. I don't know.
You know.
It's like a nipple ceiling.
The nipple
What?
ceiling.
the pot lights.
I don't know. I just noticed that right now.
Yeah, it's spotlight.
All right, best fries in town. I'm a big fries fan.
Best fries in town.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Never been
Hashtag
there, never been
facts. No, it is. It is.
I like McDonald's fries.
Only hot though. They're only
Okay.
good piping hot.
To be perfectly honest,
But you
though,
can have them 6 months later. You warm them up, and they'll be just as good.
No, they're
no one
disgusting.
does French fries like Montreal, though. Montreal's French fries are next level.
That's not true.
Okay, no. Hold on, Vinny. You hold on, Vinny. You hold on. Best fries in town are right here. Chalet Barbecue. Best fries in town.
No, they are very good.
They're the
They
best
are
fries
very
in town,
good.
Teresa.
No, they're. Hey, you want to hear
Nobody said-
facts
no, it
about
doesn't
Chalet
exist.
Barbecue? They sell something. What was it? Like 800 chickens a day.
Yeah.
Like not even kidding.
Yeah.
These people are hardcore.
I've been there. I counted them.
But the chicken is dry. It's a bit dry.
The fries
Chalet
are the
Barbecue.
best. It's right here, dude. Go get some fries.
The fries are the best.
Look at 'em.
No, the fries are
Right
really
here.
the best.
Right there.
Center pizza fries are good.
No, nothing compared to Chalet.
Center pizza.
No,
Center pizza. Center pizza fries.
I was just gonna say,
Found Adamo pizza. Looks really
Adamo's
good.
so good.
Adamo's so good. There's
Yeah.
another
Tomorrow we're
Yeah,
gonna do it.
Tomorrow.
Oh man, this guy, man, straight Sicilian. Like been here 20 years, 20 odd years. Authentic as
Yeah,
possible,
because
man.
we
Yeah.
said this was a problem.
Yeah.
The one
So we
thing
went on
couldn't
a hunt, Vinny. I think I found it.
yeah, you
Found
found
it.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna try it.
I just saw actually driving over here. I saw a really sketchy little place that had like pictures of the food, and it looks like a pizza that I would expect to get when I order a pizza.
What's the name?
I don't.
Tomorrow?
Location.
Pizza Espresso or something. It looks like a
Espresso
like
pizza.
a like really
Coffee
crappy
pizza.
little hole in the wall. Like, huh? No, it's like it's on Upper Lachine. It's like super close, a few blocks away.
Oh, like well, that's
It's not that far.
That's where I live.
Yeah.
Well, my place. What's the name of the place?
Pizza
Sounds like
Espresso,
your dad.
I think.
Yeah,
Well,
Have you eaten it before?
a couple once.
It
one
looks
time.
like cheap, and it's
and I
like
never went back.
I think I did eat there, yeah.
I
ate there once. And I never went
here's
back.
here's my thing.
I did okay one time though.
Here's my thing. I'm a big pizza snob, being from New York. A lot of the pizzas that I've gotten
What does a guy
here.
named Vinny
Yeah.
from New York
Nobody
know
knows
about
that.
It's true.
I-
No, but it's true.
Yeah, it's a different. I don't have pizza here that often.
So
Okay.
like what I talked about on a previous episode was that when I would order a pizza, I'd feel more comfortable ordering from Domino's because I know what I'm getting.
But
Yeah.
there are some good pizza. There's Nick, you know
Yes.
Barbara,
brother.
Barbara, her
Barbara.
Barbara, not the don't be in
Remember
the
we went
bush.
to Barbara
But
Pizza?
Barbara Avgustinides or whatever, the Greek, her family, they make great pizza. Remember?
Never been there.
No, we had it. Remember we did the
Never
Amazing
been
Race stinger last year.
Never been there.
No, it's not the point. They brought their pizza to the Amazing. You were there. You attended. And we
Was
had
I?
pizza. Yeah,
Never been there.
you're drunk all the time.
I don't remember.
Last year we did with Palermo.
Palermo, Sicily.
Yeah.
My name is Rodolfo Laspar.
Anyway, there's a good place like west off the island. It's like a friend of ours.
Okay.
Pizza's amazing. Nice like tomato parmesan chicken cheese pizza.
Yep.
Thin slice with a nice like oregano and like seasoning.
Okay.
Thin crust with cheese.
Yeah.
Style pizza, like in New York, like a proper like Mike's Pizza.
Okay.
Mike's, but that place like near the World Trade Center. It's really.
Oh yeah, I think I know. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
New York pizza.
Yeah.
That you get in
Thin crust, like
It's like a metrosexual.
a good sauce that's not sweet, right?
The sauce is so key, and it's like
Yeah.
there's a nice little layer of oil on top. It's kind of greasy.
I have an issue with here they seem to put meat underneath the cheese, which makes no
Yeah,
sense
it's odd.
to me.
It's
I know, I
odd.
know,
It's weird,
I know.
right?
It
Yeah.
makes it soggy.
And it splits it into two layers because
Yeah, it does.
the
It
cheese
separates.
can't adhere to the pizza to the
Yeah.
actual dough, and the cheese is kind of like the cheese is like glue.
It is the
between
bonding
meat.
agent.
It's the glue between the meat and the bread,
You know, you're right, and also you don't know what you're getting. You know, Like if you order a few types of pizza, what are you getting when they're all covered with cheese?
Right.
You need a pizza that's structurally sound. You compromise the structural integrity of the
He can't be
pizza
trusted.
when it's
This
done
isn't.
right.
This isn't cooking. It's engineering. Can I post that from the Kegs and Eggs page?
All right, so I have a question. Best paninis in town.
Oh, Panini's in town, huh?
Paninis, yeah.
Momesso.
I have a question
That's
about
Upper
for the New
Lachine.
Yorker, okay?
Momesso.
Okay, okay.
This is what I
Momesso.
was told.
Steak sub.
They say that what makes the pizza in New York so good, they're saying it's not even the technique that they make it with. They were saying it's the mineral content in the water when it's mixed with the dough. That's what gives it that signature
It's the
taste.
fecal matter in the water.
I could believe that. I could believe that.
The rat feces.
That's why wine, like if you look at wine and things like that, what changes the taste from vineyard to vineyard
Yeah.
is the soil and the mineral content. And someone was telling me when he said it, I was like, "You're full of shit, dude." It's like I completely called him out. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
So
That's why I'm asking our in-house.
I could see that being the case because the area I grew up in was just north of New York City, but New York City got all its water from my area. The aqueducts were in my area, so they would literally ship the water down.
So they got it from the Hudson.
Yeah, well, and there's
So taste of dead bodies.
so the
That's
Plain
that's,
parts.
Yeah, exactly.
that's East River, okay? East River is where the bodies
East
go.
River, yeah. So, but the pizza in my area is amazing, and we're an hour from New York City, just
And
outside.
everywhere else,
Amazing.
You don't think you're biased?
And New York City is awesome. It's so
you don't
good.
think you're biased? You know?
Biased about
Yeah.
where they're from.
Like, that's it.
See,
No, but it is. I agree
have the
with Vinny
best.
here.
No,
Like
I
New
know
York,
it is.
the American pizza, like prototype. New York, you can't beat New York pizza. Actually, although but then the other American pizza that's great is Chicago deep dish.
Yeah, that's
is
a different
amazing.
thing on its own.
But to me, it's not a pizza. It's a deep dish pie
Yeah.
pizza. It's
Yeah.
insane. It's
I was recently.
That's
in
like a
Boston, though.
casserole.
exactly.
Boston's
It's a
not
hunk of
known.
cheese
Yeah.
with sauce and meat.
You would think of Boston for pizza, but when I was there recently,
They have
I had some
some,
of
they
the
have
best
some,
pizza I
yeah.
ever had.
Like Boston pizza restaurants?
No, like it's Boston. No, not Boston. No.
I was supposed to be
Ghetto.
No pun intended.
That deserves a mic drop and the rap horn because he said when I was in Boston
that's
I had
strike
pizza and
two.
Teresa says almost like Boston pizza. Right?
Very much.
Maybe that's why they call it Boston pizza.
Maybe. You're onto something there, Teresa.
I think I am. But going back to my panini question.
Yes.
Best paninis.
Teresa pizza.
Yeah.
We
Leaning Tower, Teresa.
trademark TM. Teresa pizza.
Joe's panini. What street is that?
I don't think I've actually ever
Mainstream?
had a
Oh,
panini
it's so
to be
good.
perfectly honest.
What's trees
A
Drummond.
panini? Like an actual panini? What is a panini? It's just a
A
sandwich.
pressed, yeah.
I've
It's
never
like
had
a
one.
grilled cheese almost. That's just pressed.
Never had one.
They're fantastic.
Never.
No, but the bread too. It's different bread. You need to go.
I've had a panini before. I've never had one here though.
You should go to Joe's Paninis.
Joe's.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No. It's a softer bread than that. Yeah.
It's a
soft.
nice crust.
It's no, it's not. I don't find it's a very
No?
crusty bread.
Okay.
I think that's one of the best things about it. The soft
Okay.
bread.
So the one that I'm used to was from like my local coffee house. They would do paninis, and they're usually like very crusty, but the inside is very soft.
Yeah.
But it's
Kind of, have that hard exterior.
and
They're
the
like
inside
you?
they're like an ogre, right? They're like with the layers, right? Like an onion.
Well, especially you combine that with a nice coffee, like
Oh yeah,
proper combo. Yeah,
it's perfect.
coffee house. It's just like good coffee and the panini that goes with it.
That's it. That they started doing like legit Belgian waffles, like home. They started doing crepes too, which
Oh.
are, I mean, we're in Montreal, so you can get
Staple.
crepes
You know,
here. But,
I've been making crepes since I was like 6 years old.
Oh yeah,
That's like the first thing I've cooked. I don't know. It's like making crepes.
dude, crepes are so good.
So easy to make. Like,
Yeah.
I had the recipe and I'd like follow the ingredients. But
Oh, so there's two side conversations going on here over mic.
There's only enough room for one MacIsaac in the building.
Okay, so we were just talking about childhood meals, and
Yeah.
Nicholas said crepes. His mom used to make crepes. Do you remember your mom making crepes, Brennan?
oh, every Sunday. Even I'd make crepes too sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
What did you put in it?
what would I put in them? Well, like in the batter itself.
And then whipped cream.
No, that's the thing. I stayed away from that.
Lemon sauce and sugar.
Nothing.
No.
Just the maple syrup, bro. Like for all these Americans out there,
Yeah.
you guys had a maple syrup. You can't have just regular syrup or like Aunt Jemima. Don't touch that stuff.
I got a question.
Maple syrup is key. It's a
Have
key
you ever
element.
been to Sugar Shack? Have you ever been to one?
Yeah, I got married in a Sugar Shack.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
In December, I did. Yeah.
Where? How come I wasn't invited?
I didn't know you back then, man.
Where was this? You got married at a Sugar Shack?
Mont Saint Gregory or whatever. Is Greg
Saint-
Gregoire, yeah.
So Sugar
Most-
Shack is
mo-
the greatest
most
thing
Saint
ever.
Hilaire.
They have they have pea soup and they have bacon and they have pork rinds.
All of which you pour maple syrup on, you know?
I was pleasantly surprised by the Sugar Shack.
Hey, so bringing up maple syrup, what's up with going to restaurants in Montreal and not automatically having maple syrup on the table? It doesn't matter. This is where it comes
Well,
from.
you know, there's a reason. There's a reason why maple syrup is so expensive.
Why?
And there's actually on Netflix. There's
Yeah, they stole it.
shut up, you.
All terrorists.
There was a series on Netflix, right? And there's
Dirty money.
Dirty Money, and one of the episodes they talk about the maple syrup industry in Canada, and it's mainly Quebec. And the reason why maple syrup is so expensive is because it's unionized. I mean, we love unions in Quebec, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's controlled by like a central like organization, and they decide
Maple
the price,
syrup cartel.
and you control supply and demand.
Yeah,
That's-
that's
that's-
it. They're controlling it.
Well, actually not demand, but
There's
supply
a
and
maple
price.
syrup Illuminati. Freemasons guy. Think about it.
New World Order. Okay, but that's the reason. So if producers are making too much maple syrup, they cannot sell
Yeah.
it. They throw it out. They gotta throw out any excess. They can only produce a certain amount, so they keep the price stable and
But
high.
even with all that, we're in Montreal, so as expensive as it may be, we still get pretty good pricing on it.
Slightly better, but it's like 200 to 300% more than
I
it
think
should
it's
be.
just one of those things that once you have a resource in your country, it's going to be more expensive in your country because they have less, because they export so much. No.
It's like oil and gas.
All right, yeah,
we
exactly.
produce
Gas
oil and
is-
gas.
exactly,
We
gas
ship
is-
it down south, then it comes back.
In the US,
Like-
exactly. In the US, it's cheaper to have gas. The
Gas
gas
is
that we ship out
$1.45
there than the gas
a
we
liter
have
here.
here. But that's because that's the way it is, because of
$1.45.
less of it, so they charge us more.
Well, I'm gonna invent
Yeah, no,
the
no,
flux-
but that.
I'm going to invent the flux capacitor, which makes time travel possible.
But no, but in any case, with the maple syrup, it's true. If you go somewhere else, the syrup is more expensive outside of Montreal than it is here. You will get it cheaper here, even if it's more expensive.
Well, it's true when it comes to certain commodities, like Scotch, for
Wanna shut it
example.
down?
Same story.
I don't know, you
It's
tell me.
just
You wanna
as
take a break?
expensive, if not
Yeah.
more expensive,
Shut this
sometimes
down.
to buy Scotch in Scotland than it would be to buy it
Pick it up
here
and maybe
because
we got
exchange
2
and whatnot. When I was in Scotland, most Scotches were more expensive there because it's
Yeah.
all tax. It's literally 70% tax money when you're paying for like alcohol for Scotch.
And the listeners don't care.
Hey guys, hey guys, we're a little over an hour here, so what we might do is take a little break and see where we're at after and end it here. Well, yeah, yeah, you know, we'll just do a little jingle jingle.
I keep
Oh, this
on
is a perfect
in
time
and
for me
out.
to read my sponsors. I don't have any sponsors. Once again, guys, thanks so much for listening. Please stay tuned for next week's episode 8, which is part 2. Same cast, wildly different subject matter. It's a doozy. Lots of editing to ensue on that episode. See you guys there. Enjoy. Have a good weekend.